YouTube, what is popping? Alright, so do a little fishing video here. I've been messing around with some fishing. I'm a hobby enthusiast, okay? I can't keep my mind focused on one thing. Alright, it's hard for me. It is so friggin' hard, alright? There's a lot of things that I do, okay? I'm a bowler, okay? And a pretty decent one, alright? I liked it. I rode four-wheelers, rode bicycles, man, fishing, race cars, teach them, I like to learn, okay? I like to learn. And once I feel like I've learned something, then I'll move on to the next. But right now I'm going fishing. So the one thing that I can encourage, I guess, let me just have a talk with you. If there's one thing I can encourage, that is, don't let nobody ever tell you that you should plant your feet in one thing for your entire life. I mean, if you love it that passionately, then you damn well do it. I understand. I totally understand, all right? My mind just don't work that way. So do as much as you can, man. Take it in. We got about, an average of 60 to 60, 70 years on this earth, And in 70 years, I want to say that I did it as much as I possibly can, as good as I could do it, and had a fucking good time doing it. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I know I bounce around on these videos, man. Started out a biker and welder, and it's just everything. I'm trying to share some knowledge, with some of these younger guys, and leave some kind of video evidence of my past, whenever I'm dead and gone, from my grandchildren and great-grandchildren or whoever, So, not trying to get famous by any damn means. And I'm not the best fisherman, and I'm not the best bike mechanic or welder, none of that stuff. It's just what I like to do, and photo albums don't exist anymore, man. They really don't. Everything's digital. So, I mean, pictures don't talk. Videos, they do, My daughter's never heard on some I'm not trying to get sensitive, but my daughter ain't never heard her grandfather's voice. He was dead before she was born, so anyway, I want my family to know me a little bit as best as they can. This is the way I'm going to do it. So anyway, all right, so today got a new pole. Mad Katz got me a new Mad Katz pole. Got me one of them Ancient Marine 7,000 bait caster reels. Probably gonna lace this thing up today, get some line on her and stuff, and show you guys how I do it. I don't know, something to do. You can see it's raining out there, man, so that means I can't roof. When the weather is like this. So anyway, and I can't fish when the weather's like this. Let's talk about this pole I got right here. It's a 10-foot. Everybody, I ain't fishing for sharks, okay? A lot of people kind of get misconstrued. They think that big old long pole is because I'm trying to fish for sharks, okay? I'm a bank fisherman, guys. I don't have, a boat, and sometimes whenever I go to the lake with that bait boat over there that I've got, okay, that works like a champ. I love that thing, all right? Love that thing. Had an accident with it, but I still love it. It was my own fault, so, and I got it back. So anyway, not going to get into that. But I use these big long poles because you can cast a friggin' country mile with them. Okay, that's the purpose of the length of that pole, all right? I mean, you can go to the ocean and fish for sharks with an 8-foot, heavy pole, okay? This is throwing, I'm throwing, let me see if I got some weights up here. I got 3s. I've been fishing with 6s. These all come out of my box, but I'm throwing 6-ounce weights. My bad here. My little box I take. I'm throwing 6 ounces, okay? So I'm throwing 6s, all right? Plus I'm throwing half of a damn fish out there, leader and line and all that. So for it to be able to actually throw that weight, get that weight out there, you need you a stick, man. All right, so this is what I got. I got the Orange Crush Mad Cat. All right, I'm a firm believer in buying one thing from a place, because ain't no different than Nikes and all that bullshit. It's all hype, you know, every bit of it. It's all hype. Hype, man. You go and buy a pair of $300 Jordans, man, you wear them one time, there's a crease across the toe, it looks like shit. So it's like, you get what you get what you pay for sometimes not. So in this case, their poles are a little pricey. They're 120 or something. I don't remember the actual price, man, of this thing. I don't care about money like that. So anyway, it costs some money though. It costs $100. I think we got, what is this, 200 and, man, with tax and everything, $250 pole, which is pretty cheap. I mean, you know, that's a cheap pole. I mean, that's not bad, you know, for a good pole. I haven't fished with this yet. Just not putting it together. So when I do fish with it, maybe, you know, do a fishing video while I'm out fishing, let you guys know how it casts and everything. But I got another 10-foot pole that I use, and it is the, let's just go take a look. All right, we had to come into the house, because as you can see, I hung all my shit up off the ceiling, because the old lady, dude, she come in, boy, she didn't like that. She didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? So I got my fishing poles up on the thing here. So these are what I use, okay? This is what I've been using. That's one of them little, it's like a 7.6 Zebco, what is that called? Big Cat, I think. What is that called? Big Cat XL, okay? Short pole, which is nice, because sometimes you ain't got, you know, I got a variety of sizes for a reason. Sometimes you can't cast out with a big pole, you gotta have a couple shorties. So I got that Zebco, which that's a cheap pole. I think that whole pole, reel and everything was $70. You know, it was my first pole, and it does damn good, man. So I'm gonna give that one a 10 out of 10, okay? This Zebco here. It's a nice pole. They sold that at Shields for $70. This here's my other 8-foot. This is an actual 8-foot B&M. And this right here is the real deal nice pole, man, for cheap, all right? I bought the whole pole and reel for $120. Got the Ancient Marine, wrong one. Ancient Marine bait caster on there, you know what I mean? If you're curious as to how long a line, I got 550 feet of line on that bait caster. Okay, it's a little over much, but it holds 550 feet of 80 pounds, so it probably hold a little more of some lighter line. So them's my two shorties. That B&M rod right there, that B&M Silver Cat Elite, okay? I cannot say enough good things about that rod. All right, I mean, strong as a whip, and for an 8-foot pole, it casts with the big boys. I mean, it's a good pole, got backbone, very good pole, very good pole. My other pole here, this here, it's more of it's kind of something I bought for the old lady, because, man, I like the purple too, but I bought this for the old lady, you know. It's American Spirit is the name of this pole. It's model blah 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 blah. So it's a 9-foot, line size 15 to 30 pound, length. Oh, that's a 9-footer. Okay, so that's a 9-footer. But I won't lie, that pole's a little weak on the tip, which is okay because I use braids. So sometimes that's okay. Now that I've heard you don't want to combine the weak tip with mono, because that's a lot of slack in the line. It's hard to set the hooks. So that's my other pole. And then my 10-footer is this here, this pin. It's a Pin Wrath. All right, that's their cheaper. That's their cheaper reel, and I've not had no problems with it. I do a lot of fishing. All right, a lot. So it's done its work. I ain't had no problems with it. Bearings are holding up good. And then that is the Ugly Stick. What is the name of that rod? The Ugly Stick. What the heck is that? Catfish Special. Ugly Stick Catfish Special. Okay. And this is a medium heavy. Or actually, you know what? That might be a heavy rod. That might be a heavy rod. Yes, sir, it is. No, it's medium heavy. 10 foot medium heavy, 15 to 40 pound line. That one there is 10 foot long. And let me tell you, that son bitch right there, it's a good pole. It pops and cricks every time you cast with it, but it ain't never split. One thing I don't like is the eyelets are a little weak compared to the B&M. B&M's got a real good eyelet on it. Stainless, real thick. Nice, man. Nice. Them B&M rods are really good. I mean, I can't, for a rod that's not real, it's not real talked about on the internet, you know. I mean, you look up, you know, these guys' catfish pages, and poles they got ain't, you know, they're all like Mad Katz and Whisker Seeker, and you can tell these guys are being sponsored. Some of them, the Berkeley E-Cat, you know. I mean, those are good rods and everything, but I just got this one. I couldn't tell you if it's any good. I don't really know. Haven't casted with it yet. This reel. I'm sorry. Let's get you guys. Let's get you turned around. Let's get you looking here at this here. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little in. We'll come back out a little. Alrighty. So this here is definitely bigger than those Ancient Marines. I think those are 6,000 reels. This is bigger. Okay, it is definitely a bigger reel, much bigger reel. It's probably a little overkill for where I'm fishing. The only reason I got it was because I can put a stupid amount of line on here. I should be able to get, I'd say, every bit of 750 to 800 feet of line on there. And that's at 80 pounds, 80 pound line, braid. So I could probably get 65, you know, I'm looking at a couple more 50, 75 feet or something. But it's nice. It's got 3 drag settings on it. It's got your regular thumb, you know, your regular thumb drag. It's got a drag over here and a drag over here. So I believe that you can increase your clicker, you know, your clicker drag. So like I said, it's nice, man. Nice little reel for $120. I ain't complaining. I got this from Mad Katz. Not that I'm on Mad Katz nuts, but I figure if I'm buying a pole from them, I may as well buy the reel too from them, just because. Plus, you know, they got a good deal on them. But anyway, so what we're going to be doing here real quick while we're all posted up, we're going to go ahead and string this thing up with some string. As you can see, I got my little deal set up there. Boy, is that really tight. I have to loosen that up some. I'm going to have to loosen that up a little. Oh, a little too much. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Okay. Alright, oh, that's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to put this on there. Put it down, go through the loop, and come back up through the backside. Step 1. Step 2 is going to be putting you a little bitty knot at the end of your line, okay? Now to do this, I want to go 1 time around, okay? Bam, go again. Go 2 times around. Pull it tight. The reason you want to do that is because you're making your knot, the area of your knot, a little bit bigger, okay? So that it doesn't slide through. Make sure you pull it good and tight. And then it won't pull through your figure 8 that you're going to do, okay? So I'm going to pull this back around, okay? We're going to do a figure 8 with this here line. Go under. Go under. Okay. We're gonna come over. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There she goes. Alright, so then we pull that tight. Okay. Now you want to pull this down to the reel, as you can see. And once you get to the reel, here's the most important part. You want to make sure that the wire coming from around the back side is got your line, and as you are pulling it tight to the front, it is squeezing that tight. You see, that's what you want. You want it to be getting tight on that there, and you might have to push that down a little, but it gets tight on your reel face. Okay, so once you get that sucker down tight, all right, there we go. It pulls from the front, and is what happens is it never goes loose. It'll never go loose on your reel. Okay, so I like to get some line started on her. Get something going. There we go. I'm just gonna hand line, put some line on here by hand real quick. Get that going, and here is what I do. Okay, this is the trick. This is the secret sauce. Okay, got batteries right over here. Let me get the batteries. Sorry, I know you guys are missing my pretty face over there. I'll be right back. A few moments later. I'm a lazy fuck. I don't like to do shit by hand. You know what I mean? Oh, wrong size. So, is what I do is I reel up 800 feet of line with a drill, because I'm no damn dummy. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just going to go on ahead and just reel that right on up. So, like I said, I know I'm using purple. I got green and red, but I don't believe that I have 800 feet of line left on either one of those spools. But I do have 800 feet of line of purple. So, purple it is. Alright. Look at her go, boys. Look at her go. I mean, this is how you do it, alright? Now, my goal is I want to see a lot of line on here, alright? I want a lot. I ain't messing around. I need to put baits in the water sometimes out real far, so it's just nice to have that line covered. Alright, that's where I'm going. That's that. Alright, so let's see. Because I had a little rough spot there for some reason. Boy, that did wind up nice. Boy, it wound up real nice. Okay. So now, got that wound up. I'll go ahead and get me some line, run that on through the edge of that rod. There. Plenty. And mine's done. Okay, so I got that. That's all done. That's done. That's how I do that, okay? That's how I do that. Do a little nice grip they got on these things. Aluminum reel seats with the double nuts and a washer in between, man. I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna come loose. Nice little spot for your hook there. And it's not a little one, okay? Like I say, I got a couple of them poles out there that are big catfish poles, right? But when you go to shove like a 10-aught hook through this little eyelet right here, they don't want to fit because the damn hooks are so big, you know. And you know, this has got a nice one, so that's nice. Got that Mad Cat Orange Crush on there. They do a pretty good job on these poles too. I will give them credit. They're nice. They're nice poles all the way to the end. What is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 of those little eyelets on there. Man, that's a nice pole, guys. Ancient Marine 7,000 reel. This all come from Mad Cat. So if you guys are wondering, yes, This is quite significantly bigger than your other. I'll go get one, that way you can see. Okay, there's your size comparison right there. Like I say, they are quite a bit different. A little bit bigger. Quite a bit bigger. I mean, set it on top of it. I mean, well, you really can't see where the fuck, but they are bigger. I mean, the handles are bigger. The weight in the handle is bigger. I mean, you can tell by how much the line spool on that. Look at the difference in the line spool on that. So, I mean, there's quite a bit more line there. So that's that B&M rod, man. They're sharp, man. I mean, look at that. Got the diamond cuts in them and shit. I mean, that was a cheap rod. That whole rod and reel and everything was $120. I mean, you can't beat that. I got that from my local catfish place, bait shop. Jesus. So anyway, so that's your size comparison. That's a 6,000 compared to a 7,000. You guys, I don't know if anybody's wondering. You know, I mean, you are getting a bigger reel now. The bigger reel, I've never casted it, and I don't know if that thing is going to cast as far as that 6,000. Don't know, but I do know that it's a nice pole. The clicker on it's pretty. Clicker's kind of weak. Yeah, clicker's kind of weak, but that might. It gets a little louder. Yeah, I mean, it ain't bad. The clicker ain't bad, but I mean, it's got a clicker, so I mean, that's all that matters. There you go. You can hear it now. So. Nice little pole, man. Nice pole. I can't complain. I'm done talking. Need to go fishing, but it's raining. You know what I mean? So, I went fishing yesterday. I'll go ahead and end the video with this. Went fishing yesterday. Was there 5 minutes. Take my first bait out in the water, and I flipped my damn boat. 2 hours waiting for it to hit the shore. It was a nightmare. First time I've probably used it. I don't know how many times. I've set it out in the water probably 50 times. First time that I've had an incident with it. I don't know what caused it. Trying to investigate the situation. Can't figure it out. So, but regardless, got it back. All right, guys, till the next one. Hey, make sure you tell thy neighbor that you love them. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling you guys this stuff, you know. I'm forgetting. Tell the neighbor next door that you love them. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, man, hey, neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Even if their feet stink. Don't worry about it. Peace.